What's going on, everybody? Brandon Schaefer here. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. This one's gonna be different because I have to drive to it. I'm not biking to it, so I'm just about to get in my car. I'm gonna go paint the sunset. There's some clouds. Hopefully it's gonna be epic. So I got about an hour. I'm getting out there a little early because I don't want to be rushing. So I'm about to get in the car. Alright, so there's usually a lot of wind at this place where I'm about to go, so the audio might not be the most epic thing. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure how windy it's going to be. It hasn't been a windy day today, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. Just got to the location, so let's check out the view. I think this sunset's going to be a little different than a normal sunset. I didn't know that there was that many clouds out there right now, but I kind of like it being all this purple, a little bit of green, muted greens and yellows, and then having that orange sky, kind of really muted orange sky. Epic. So I'm going to start painting now. I was going to wait a little while to start mixing my colors and stuff, but I'm going to start now before I lose this scene, and we'll see how it goes. Check out the view. That's my goal right there. That's what I'm shooting to paint. This is pretty epic. Hopefully I can pull this off. Let's see what I can do. This is gonna be tricky because all the colors are like, there's no direct light here. It's all reflected light. So it's really subdued. The whole scene is really gray but very colorful. It's gonna be tough. But I'm gonna try to pull it off. Keep my cool. Start mixing up some stuff. I'm actually running out of white paint, so I need to go buy some more, but I have enough for now. It'll work. Like I said, there might be a little bit of wind on the mic, so I hope that's not really loud, but it might be. All right, got all my colors mixed up. About to start sketching before I lose this scene. It's already moving, so I gotta be quick with it. That's the thing with sunsets, you gotta paint really quickly, but I also want to get the composition good. I want to get this sketch right. Let's see, it's going to be about the sky, so mountain line back here, dips down here, there's trees in here, little barn, other trees. And I want clouds to be back here. Dark set of clouds. Now there's a lot of light peeking through above this cloud. I'm gonna play off that. That's the beauty of plein air. The scene changes and it just changes your whole perspective on everything. Some interesting clouds up here. With some shadow coming across. So I'm just going to play off of that. Some green patches here in the foreground with some diagonal lines drawing you in. Well, maybe I'll change the direction of those, draw you in the other way. But right now I'm just want to get these values down and the colors down that I've mixed up. Otherwise I'm going to lose this epic scene in front of me here. Got to think quick on your feet, got to be quick. when you're doing sunsets, man. Quick. So I'm gonna go straight for the light first, because I know that's the most important thing in this, is the light, and that's my focal area, so I want to get that in really early, at least right now. That's how I'm feeling. Some stronger light over here, so kind of diagonal going on. A lot of fun things happening here. Kind of fades to gray across it, but there's some really epic light over here coming in now as the sun is getting lower. It's a lot warmer. I'm just warming it up with some yellow a little bit, not overdoing it, but okay. So that's the light in my scene for the most part. Don't want to overdo it, because I know the light's going to keep changing, so I don't want to wait too long, or I don't want to keep playing around with it and changing it every time it changes in the sky. So I want to get it in, not play around with it. Great. That's wonderful. I'm gonna jump into my large brush. I'm gonna get in the dark value here and get that going. That's the next important thing for me personally, is getting in the dark values. If I don't get these dark values in, it's going to be hard to judge everything else. So So now I'm gonna work on the sky, get the cloud values in as well. Because that's kind of the next most important thing also. They're a little dark, so I'm just brightening them up. So where this light is, the sky just gets gray, like a warm gray, or cool gray, warm and cool gray. It's really hard to distinguish it. There goes that wind. So you can see how quickly this comes together because you don't have a lot of time. And I'm actually losing the light here. It's actually going down. But the foreground's still there, the mountains are still there, so those are the only things I need to put in. Just gonna throw this sky on here really lightly, thinly, just get that in, get the value in. This darker value up here, going across. Something like that, probably a little bit more darker value. Now I'm just kind of fixing the light area, blending it a little bit. So I'm gonna jump to the smaller brush and start kind of fixing things. This is a cloud shape here, so I really need that to I need that to come across as a cloud. So I'm going to get the mountains in now, and before I start really working everything, before I lose those. A little bit lighter, a little warmer. So I'm just playing with the values, working the values here. Playing with the shapes of the trees, softening some edges. It's all the usual stuff. So I pretty much lost the scene already out there. So now I kind of have to just make this a good painting. So blending a few things out. And now I need to just finish with the foreground here. So finishing up with the foreground, filling that in. And that's still out there, so. I love painting sunsets, these are always fun. Definitely not easy to do, definitely not an easy subject, but it's always fun. It's a fun challenge, I think, to try. So this took about 15 minutes or so. I had to really work quickly, and that's what I like doing, is just working quickly and getting a good image. But I want to take my time now and play around with a few things. I think the darks need to be a little bit darker, the darkest dark here. Once I get that back in, it'll kind of bring everything together, I think. Now there's actually some light up here in the clouds peeking through, so I can use that to my advantage to make the sky a little more interesting. I can take what I'm seeing right now and see if it's going to work, see if I can get some more sky to just peek through up here. Get this to look a little more like clouds, cloud shapes. You know, it's just playing around, experimenting, and seeing what's going to work, what isn't going to work. And you have to play around and have fun to try it out, and just, you might fail. So you might mess up this whole painting trying to figure that out, but I would like to figure it out. So the only thing I'll probably fix is this dark cloud here, this cloud shape. Make it look a little more cloud-like and less dark. Have some other cloud shapes coming up off of it and below it. And make this side a little more interesting as well. Maybe have some light peeking through over here. Blend this sky down a little bit better. Maybe have some more cloud shapes coming up out here off the canvas. Create a focal area over here. That's where the sun was, so kind of going to lighten that up a little bit, warm it up. So something like that. Have the light peek through a little stronger there. Anyway, I think that's about done. I'll give you guys a close-up. So that was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this video. When it comes to sunsets, it just takes practice. You're not always going to get them right. It's not always going to work out. That wasn't the best sunset I've ever painted, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. You just do your best, paint quickly, capture what you can, mix up the correct colors as correctly as you can, and do what you can with it. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Don't get discouraged. Keep on painting. Take care of yourself. Peace.